everybody and welcome. It is a beautiful spring day. It is April 1st and I decided to do this video outside. I haven't made a video in a very long time and I haven't actually, well I have, but I haven't edited or posted in a very long time, so this is going to be the first one you guys are going to see for a very long time, but I do have some in the works that I need to edit and some that I want to record. But today in this video, I really just wanted to do a March wrap up. I don't even think I did February, but we're not even gonna go there because I don't remember. Honestly, during the month of March, the month of March, and I think really the end of February have not been going very well for me mentally, and I've just been having a lot of struggles with school and stuff like that. I've also dropped my sorority, so that is something else. So a lot of my free time has opened up. So yeah, so I only read 3 books. Oh, it's so bad to say. I only read 3 books during the month of March. And I also think that is partially because during the month of March I have been reading Game of Thrones, which I'm not going to include in this because that's like its own other video. It's kind of bright. Maybe I should show this. First book, I'm like halfway through right now. But guys, that book is like 800 pages, so it's been taking a lot out of me to read it, and it's just so long, but I love it so much. So that's also what I've been doing during the month of March. I've been reading that as well, so I think that's what's prohibited me from reading a lot. But I did complete 3 books. Obviously, one of them had to be Sunrise on the Reaping. I immediately, as soon as this came out, I paused reading Game of Thrones, and I immediately read this. And I am very happy, very excited to talk about these 3 books, especially this one, which I'm not going to talk about a lot because I think I'm going to try to record that video today and have that posted tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow you guys will see a big video of me talking about this because I cannot stop thinking about Haymitch's story. I cannot stop thinking about this Hunger Games. I cannot stop thinking about everything about this book. The way Susan really messed us up with this one, guys. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. But yeah, so, and I also in this vlog wanted to talk about the things that I wanted to do and some maybe of the videos that I wanted to do during the month of April and some of the books that I'm going to be reading. So that was what we're here for. I'm so excited. Let's get started. First book that I read in the month of March, I actually wanted to read in February, but I just didn't get to it, so I was like, I'll just read it the first day of March, and that is Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. This, oh my god, I think I put this like a 4 out of 5 stars, and honestly it's probably like 4.5 of 5 stars. This, it would be a 5 stars. I don't really know what would give it a 5 stars. It just wasn't a full 5 stars for me, but this is so good. I love, if you've seen me and you've been watching me, I love anything dragon related. I love dragons, and this is literally about a dragon who turns like a human form and like basically bonds with a human, and I think this was such a beautiful story, and I think it was different than things that I've read before and different kind of fantasies that I've read before. And it's also just very interesting to know that he's like a dragon, but also kind of has this almost fantasy friend or like romance friendship with a human. This entire book was so good, and I know the second one is out, and I have not picked it up already yet, but I need to because this was just so good, and I'm very mad at myself because I did read it as soon as I found out there was a second one, and I just have not picked it up because I'm also on a book buying thing right now, guys. Yay! Because I buy too many books. But this was such a good read. I loved also like the magical aspect that they added as well, and like how they added it. Like it's so good. I don't want to get too many spoilers, but this book was just so good. 4.5 of 5 stars. Next up, we have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I do have the physical copy of, but I did listen to this one on audiobook, guys. This is a very popular book talk book that I have taken forever to finally actually read on audiobook, and the reason I did actually read it is because my college book club was reading it, and so I was like, whatever, I'll start reading it. As soon as she mentioned the friend, because I feel like everybody's read this now, as soon as Evelyn mentioned her friend, I can't remember what her name is now, I'm so stupid, I haven't read this in a while, but you know, like, the girl, yeah, as soon as she mentioned her, that, I was like, this girl's a lesbian. I was like, she likes women. I shouldn't say lesbian, because she makes that clear in the book that she also likes men, but I knew there was going to be something going on with that woman, and I just knew that. I think I did this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I also agree with that. because this was just so good, and we were talking about like all the relationships and how it still comes back to this one woman. It's great. I just loved it. I loved it so much because I love women on women. You know this. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And last but not least, for what we read in the month of March, Sunrise on the Reaping, 10 out of 5 stars. I like. I'm not gonna talk too much about this to make a whole blog about it, but Susan Collins, you will rue the day. You will rue the day that you did this day, but you will rue the day. Everything about this book, like there's just so much that connects to the other stories, and that just makes Haymitch's story once you really think about the Hunger Games later, it makes it so much worse. And just realizing all of this, it's like, oh my god, I know why he drinks. I know why he does it, and I don't blame him at all. So so good. 5 out of 5 stars. But 10 out of 10 stars. 10 out of 5 stars. That could be possible. And those are the 3 books that we read, or I read during the month of March. Just these 3, and then obviously starting Game of Thrones, which I have not finished. And that entire series is probably going to take me like 2 more months to get through. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie. And now let's get into the books that I want to read for the month of April. I'm not going to get too ambitious just because we only read 3 books last month. So I got 4 books that I want to try to read during the month of April, during this, spring flowers month. The first one is I wanted to read the Laurel Poetry Series by Emily Dickinson. This is some Emily Dickinson poems. As well as has notes by John Malcolm Brennan. I have no idea, but I saw this at a free little library. If you've seen me, if you follow me on TikTok, and I thought this was very interesting and a very interesting thing to pick up because I don't really read poetry, so I also thought that trying to get into poetry during this month and reading Emily Dickinson would, be fun and start to get into poetry. So I thought I would go ahead and read that. These next 2 are going to be more like literary fictions because I've also been wanting to get into those. So I think I'm going to start that during this month because I don't know, like spring and April just feels like a poetry literary fiction month and like romance. So that's what I'm going with here. Honestly, though these are kind of like what the basis of my choices have been on. And next up, we have Gentlemen Prefer Blondes by Anita Luce, and this is another like literary fiction, kind of about like I want to say like, let me do a little bit of reading. Yeah, it says, along the way, Anita Luce ridicules censorship, the U.S. government, Hollywood, racism, psychoanalysis, and male gullibility. And I don't know, I thought I saw male gullibility, and I'm a feminist, and I was like, let me let me just read that. Not like anything bad against men, but like let me just read it. Let me just see. And then I got The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. I've also just been really wanting to own and read an Ernest Hemingway book, and I really love this cover for some reason. This one is set in, I want to say, the 1920s. Wait, is that right? It's set during after like the First World War, so like around the 1920s, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's about, friends and bullfighting. It seems like it's going to be really interesting, and I cannot wait to read it. And last but not least, I did say I wanted to include a little romance for this month. Maybe we'll read more because I have some on my Kindle I might read. But I decided that I want to try to read Not Still in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard mixed reviews about this, that it was bad, that it was good. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about this one, but I do feel, I don't know, like just the purple, it feels springy to me. Maybe that's just me, but it feels a little springy to me. I feel like all the books that I chose, just like their covers feel a little springy to me. So yeah, that's what we are hopefully gonna finish the month off with, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, guys. But yeah, those are all the books I'm gonna read, and those are all the books that I have read. Honestly, for the next few months, I really just want, like, at least this next week, I really want to get all the videos that I've already recorded. I want to get them edited and posted, because I also did a writing video for you guys, and I want you guys to see that. I've also been wanting to do some more gaming videos for anybody who's on here who likes gaming, and I've been wanting to do some horror stuff. So that is what is probably going to be coming up for me, and make sure to check out for my Sunrise on the Reaping review, and I'll see you guys. Love you.